Okay, so the next demo that we are going to be doing is from Paul from One Hive, and he's going to be showing off Gardens, which is a conviction voting app that's built. Paul has built a conviction voting app on top of Allo protocol called Gardens, and that's what we're going to go to today. Just give him a sec to set up, and then I'll ask you to help me welcome him to the stage. Okay, please join me in welcoming Paul. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. So everyone else is really smart and did a video demo, but we're going live, which is always a dangerous move. So Gardens is a modular conviction voting app. Conviction voting is time-weighted voting. This is time. So the design of conviction voting is meant to emulate systems in biological and electrical systems where time-weighted elements help protect you from noise and instability. So the creator of conviction voting, Michael Zargham from Block Science, has a PhD in electrical systems and found this way to use time to help stabilize our signal. And in nature, you see that in like the ocean, and how when it's 100 degrees, the high specific heat of the ocean means that you don't have 100-degree water. It takes a long time for the ocean to heat up, which helps protect us. But over global warming, we'll see that eventually that time comes back to bite us. So the theory, it's really interesting. Go check it out. See Michael Zargham's white paper. But really the way to learn it is to go into the app. And so this is Gardens. Gardens lets you create communities with any governance token as the staking token. And so I created a Allo Summoners governance token. And so anyone can create a community with Allo Summoners as the staking token in that community. And when you create a community, there's just a few options to pick. You pick your name. You pick how many governance tokens you need to join the community. You choose whether or not you're going to have a fee, and you can pick a fee receiver address for that. And then you have the council safe, which is a safe address that moderates the community. It approves pools. It changes settings on the pools. That's kind of your admin account. And then the most important thing is the covenant. That's the social contract of the community, the constitution. And so everyone, when they join the community, they agree to the covenant, and they're bound to the terms of the covenant. So we have a community here. This is the first community on the Allo Summoners governance staking token. And so in the community, you can register, and this will agree to the covenant. It'll also approve your governance tokens to be staked. And then you'll also finally stake those tokens. And then at that point, you'll have access to vote and participate in the community and be a member. So once the final transaction goes through, because our platform is modular, every voting pool within Gardens can have its own voting weight system. It can have their own parameters for how fast conviction grows. And so because of that, you have one stake in the community, and then within any different pool, your voting weight in those pools can be different based on who's participating in the pool and what the voting weight system is. So one token, one vote, or everyone has the same voting weight, or quadratic. Those are all options within Gardens. So now that I'm a member of the community, I will have access to go into the pools here. Here I can increase my stake. If there are pools where increasing my stake increases my weight, that's how I do that. Here's a signaling pool. This is a pool for picking the best capital allocation tools on Allo. And so you can see with these proposals, there's a darker green and then there's a lighter green, and that's the conviction and support. So when you support a proposal, all of your support is registered right away, but then over time, your conviction grows, and that is that security element. That's what protects you from abuse, from flash in the pan sentiment. That's kind of what makes this a really powerful tool. So once I activate my governance, that will allow me to manage my support in proposals. And then I can also create proposals. I can choose a new Allo funding allocation mechanism that I can add in here. And then last but not least, if I don't like a proposal, then I can dispute it. And when I dispute a proposal, then it goes to arbitration, and the tribunal will rule on whether or not that was a violation of the covenant. And so that's our kind of final protection in the community. So that's like the full, pretty much entire platform. Because it's modular, you can really do just about anything you can dream of with this. We're looking at implementations where you can have the signers of a safe automatically added or removed based on support in a conviction voting pool, ideas, curating, and then also funding. So we do have funding pools where you put tokens in these pools and people can request funds from them and have them approved based on conviction. So try it out. It's really powerful. It's fun. You'll enjoy it.
All right, thanks, Paul. All right, we got time for one question for Paul. Going once, going twice. You already got to ask a question, Monty. I got to allocate more democratically the questions. Okay, you get it because no one raised their hand. Go ahead. Scott has also already asked a question, so go ahead, Monty.
I was just going to ask, I think maybe in one of the original visions you mentioned mixing quadratic funding with conviction voting. Is that still a plan?
Yes, yeah, that's active right now. So when you create a pool, you can choose either quadratic, one token, one vote, fixed where everyone has the same voting weight, and then also there's capped where it's one token, one vote up to a limit of governance tokens.
All right, thank you, Paul.